Russia, Russia, Russia. It's all about Russia. I find it very odd, guys, that the pedophilia ring, the Pizzagate, Pedowood, everything that's coming down on these elites, the satanic ones and the cabal that are, behind the scenes running all this chaos, they're getting outed. Christy Teigen had over 60,000 tweets she deleted, which I find very odd because every time that Trump supporters or conservatives are onto something, they automatically have a solution to it. And the solution right now is Russians hacked Twitter. And what they did is they posted messages for Barack Obama, Elon Musk. They went into accounts and they hacked them by posting tweets under the account. I find that very suspect. I'm sorry, but when you have millions of people catching on to the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, over 800,000 kids missing, you have the Wayfair, this is real stuff that's going on. Okay, this pedo ring is being taken down. No kid deserves to be touched or destroyed or, oh my God, like it's hard to even put it into words. Because then you have people like Don Lemon who come out and say, well, I think we should look at pedophilia a different way. Really? Seriously? If it was your kid that was molested or touched, how would you feel, dude? How can any sane person say that? How is Facebook promoting an ad that says love has no age? They're literally promoting pedophilia. Channel TED, that promotes all Bill Gates vaccine propaganda, they're part of that pedophile ring. A lot of these people are. Amy Schumer comes out on The View, right? Which I find odd because who cares about Amy Schumer? Seriously. And I find it funny the way they always go about it through race. Because she's on The View saying, when I was pregnant, I realized, black women don't have the same care as white women. No, you're a celebrity. First off, stop celebrities, famous people, all you quit telling us what's fair and what's not fair because y'all don't live in our world. You live in a bubble of stupid. You don't understand real people shit. So she comes out there and, you can tell that these celebrities that are in quarantine, stay at home, notice how they have like this home feel, like wood cabin, home look. And you can tell that these are like newly decorated rooms, somewhere probably in their basement to give that homely feeling, that old vibe feeling. Just like being plummeted with old sitcoms, constantly remakes of shows. And it's always aimed at inequality and we have to get blacks or queers or LGBT. We have to put a different narrative in it. Why? Why are you trying to erase that? Well, Amy Schumer makes my point. All right. She goes on there, black women don't have the same health care. It's all racial. No, it's not. Her charity that she's promoting on The View through racial inequality in pregnant women, she's funding a charity, supporting a charity for Tampax tampons, which represents LGBTQ. They represent pedophilia. They got their symbol on there. They got it all. The pedophilia, the symbolism's all over it. All right. So the Tampax, they promote Planned Parenthood, which we know sells babies that they tear apart even after birth. They harvest the organs, use the foreskin in their facials. It's disgusting. Okay. But the kicker is she's raising money because she doesn't think that American kids, okay, have good enough sexual education courses. I say, fuck you, stay away from our kids with this shit. Okay? You're running a charity that supports gender dysphoria, kills natural born females in sports. Okay? You're promoting pedophilia that is okay. You support a pedophilia flag. You sympathize with child molesters. And you want to go in public schools and teach our kids sex ed? How disgusting are you? I'm sorry, but this shit pisses me off. Every time a kid comes forward, anytime a victim comes forward to report this stuff, mainstream covers it up. We have corrupt cops, we have bureaucrats, we have politicians who are all involved in it. What do? Cover for each other. So now that on Twitter, You have all this heat coming out, exposing Christy Teigen, all these people. Obama, Twitter was hacked and people were posting false messages. I find that very fucking hard to believe. Why would Russians do that? And it's only to Democrats who are part of a pedophilia ring. Suspect, hello. Everything on mainstream media is trying to normalize pedophilia. That should scare anybody out of their freaking skin. Why do they want our kids? There was a juvenile detention center in Florida that the doctor was saying these juveniles in detention centers had, attention deficit disorder, and they were experimenting on these boys to control their anger by forcing them with estrogen shots. These boys started growing breasts in the juvenile detention center, sexually harassed by other boy inmates. These parents didn't even give permission or authorize it. These boys were told if they deny it, they won't get out of juvie. They're experimenting on our kids, for God's sakes. Right now, schools in Texas, like my kid's school district, no, we're not going to have classes. It's in person is just so dangerous. We can't do it. We can't. Bullshit. The teachers union, you know what they want? What are they behind? Black Lives Matter. The hate for the white race right now is escalating to a point that I don't think people understand. There is going to be mass chaos after this election, okay? There is a new world order agenda. You know how they keep pushing new normal since the COVID, which, by the way, has been going on for 7 months, here and there, depending on the political atmosphere. But if it was this deadly, don't you think places that we pick up food from would have contaminated all of us? They're purposely trying to kill off the middle class. They want you to get your government check because just right now, with the squad and Ilhan Omar and Ayanna Priestley and all these other psychopaths in Minnesota, when they're defunding the police, they're pushing for, right now in Minnesota, they're pushing for Muslim community patrol. They already have it in New York. Just like there's statues of Jesus being beheaded all over, but they have police guarding mosque. Do you see the attack here? Do you see where it's going? They don't want police. You know why? Because they want to usher in the UN. They want one world military, one world control, one world currency, one world rulership. So right now, we're all going to go down. You can be cushioned in your middle class area right now or whatever, and it's not affecting you, but it will. It's going to come to you next. You don't understand. If you do not, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, this is not fear mongering. These are my perceptions. These are things that I have extreme vivid dreams about. Like I've said before, I'm Rh negative blood type. I'm different. I'm very clairvoyant, clairaudient. I have dreams. Like I pick up on things like energy, and it's very depleting sometimes because we're surrounded by so much negativity, so much ugly, so much hate all the time. And it's only aimed toward one area, one group. So after the election, what's going to happen is you already have black militants saying, we'll just take Texas, we'll do this, we'll do that, hating whites, and basically telling black people, you're so stupid, you can't do anything without the government, which is extremely insulting. But now you have Native Americans, you have Asian Americans. Well, what about us? Where's our special platform? So it started out with the Me Too movement, political parties, and then it was LGBTQ, and they kind of keep dividing everybody slow and methodically. The only reason why coronavirus is back right now is because they need those mail-in ballots. Democrats have to steal the election to win. If you do not have your carry and conceal license, get it while you can. If you do not have backup like medications, food, water, you need to do it. You need to have a plan because we see everything going on throughout these cities. And Democrat cities letting these people terrorize it. They are not peaceful protesters. They're Marxist domestic terrorists who are demanding things in order to stop looting and shooting. But they do it under the guise of racism and cops are so bad and evil. Yeah, security and cops are so bad and evil. That's why they all have security outside of their offices, their houses. The McCloskeys right now, they have to pay for their own private security. Can you afford private security to protect you? After the election, When Democrats are already setting the stage, oh, Trump won't leave, we'll have to get the military, he's going to say that it was rigged. They're already conditioning people to believe it has already happened because Democrats will burn this country down to the ground before they let Trump destroy their 2021 agenda. New World Order, Agenda 21, it's a real thing. They're conditioning you and programming you to think things to cover their own ass. Okay? You need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare your kids. I find it odd that, we can go about everything if it's a big box store, if it's this or that, but you can't go to a church. You can go to a mosque, though. If you're Muslim, you can still go pray, but not if you're a Christian or a Jew. We're seeing God be erased. We're seeing our entire history being erased. This is what Hitler did, okay? Like with these community police patrols and defunding the police, Hitler did the same thing. Okay, Project Paperclip, a real thing. They brought 15 Nazi scientists here to NASA and the CIA. Okay, they infiltrated our government from within. Please vote red because your life depends on it more than you know. And this is not going to stop because after the election, news is already saying, oh, well, it might take them a month to count the ballots that are mailed in. So we might not have results for weeks. So in those several weeks, they're going to create mad chaos and destruction. More 50, 100 times worse than what we're seeing now. And they're already setting the atmosphere to hate white people, Christians, and black people who are conservative. Black lives doesn't matter about black lives. They're Marxist. They're domestic terrorists. Ilhan Omar, she is too. She's a plant. Obama lied about being a Christian. He's a Muslim. Do y'all not see this? People have to see this. It's not cute. I'm being a Debbie Downer, but this is our reality. The longer kids are out of school, the less likely they are to go back after a certain age into their teenage years. Look at Hurricane Katrina, other natural disasters where kids are pulled up out of their school. The likelihood of them going back is slim to none. And why do Democrats push this on teachers' unions? Because they want money. They want money. They don't care about business owners. They don't care about anybody but complete power, control, greed. And don't take Planned Parenthood because they need that baby stuff, They do blood sacrifices. This is not fake. They torture people. Hillary Clinton, all of them. They're satanic. They do spirit cooking, all of it. Y'all need to start looking into it. Not only start paying attention to all the other conditioning they're getting you ready for, like all the UFO sightings. Project Bluebeam is real. They already have, technology out there to where they can make, a dragon look real. Pandas. Like, they really have this technology to do these holograms. We're seeing weird things in the sky all the time. You see all over Google, the big one might happen. So we're all distracted with Black lives, racial inequality, Trump's mean, and but really what's going on behind the scenes is terrifying. Don't get caught with your pants down. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Bye.